Hey everyone, I'm doing this video in my garage, so please do not be distracted by the mess because this is my future office and it is on my dream board. So anyways, today I want to talk to you about a huge responsibility we have as coaches, and that is prestige customer service. That looks like following up. I'm going to tell you guys that if you don't follow up with the people who are, one, telling you that they, at one point or another, wanted your help, and if you forget about them or if you don't touch base with them again, that's rude. And they might have shared a lot of private things with you, and if in that moment they did not say yes, and then you move on from them and skip on to the next person, they might feel like you didn't really care. And what did we learn at Summit? We learned that everyone matters. So for me, I see following up as a huge step, because step one would be creating that contact list, making sure you know who you want to talk to, so you can keep track of it and be organized. Step two is going to be putting yourself out there, which is publicly posting consistently, publicly inviting, being a product of the product. Step three is privately messaging people and privately inviting people. Step four is following up. Think about it this way. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Think about it as if you wanted to plant some tomatoes. I don't know if you like tomatoes, but roll with me here. Think about if you were a farmer, a gardener, whatever. The first step in growing these tomatoes would be to be preparing the land, tilling the land, stirring up the ground to prep for the tomatoes. So step one is preparing the land. You know what that is with coaching? That's making your list, getting organized, having a system in place. Step two for that farmer would be planting the seeds. Planting the seeds as a coach is publicly posting, being inspiring, adding value, being someone who posts publicly and is a product of the product. That's planting seeds. Okay? Step three as a farmer is going to be watering the seeds. Watering the seeds that you planted. As a coach, watering the seeds, those are the private messages that you're sending to people. That's the private conversations that you're having, getting to know them more, asking about them, seeing how you can help, and privately inviting them. That's watering the seed. Watering the seed is simply inviting them behind the scenes. Now, wouldn't it be silly if a farmer did those first three steps by preparing the land, placing the seed, watering the seed, and then walked away from their crop, and then walked into their house at their dinner table with a bowl? They put some lettuce in the bowl, they got some cheese in the bowl, they have some cucumber in the bowl, and then they look around and say, well, where are my tomatoes? My tomatoes are not here for me to eat. Where are my tomatoes? Well, duh, Mr. Farmer Man, you never picked your tomatoes. So I know that's absolutely silly, but think about how delusional it would be if you expected those tomatoes to fall off of the vine, roll themselves into your house, up to your table, chop themselves up, and put themselves in your plate. That's not going to happen. So following up is harvesting, is peeling, is plucking the crop that you've been planting so diligently. You cannot neglect the follow-ups. The follow-ups are going to be a good scoop of the crop that you're planting, bringing it into your bucket, making sure that the people who are ready and ripe in that month are ready and picked, and you invite them again because they might be primed and ripe enough to actually start the challenge groups or the coach training. So if they said no in the past, it's not because they're a bad seed. It might be because they're not ripe yet. It might be because they only had one little sprout coming out of their ground. But in 2 months, your responsibility as a coach is to follow up with them because they might have become a tomato. Follow me here? If you're a visual learner, hopefully that connected with you. So how in the world would you follow up? Here's my way of doing it. And you know what? There's a ton of different systems and ways you can do this, but really quickly. Obviously, you have to publicly invite and then privately invite. And then to follow up with them 2 days after you invite them. 2 days after that, follow up with them again. After that, if you send, this is my way of thinking, if you send somebody 3 messages in 1 week and they don't respond, my rule of thumb is, okay, step back. You're not ready. 3 strikes. I'm out. I kind of get it. You're seeing things. You're not following up with me. I don't want to spam you, and I have to move on to the other people who are ripe. But what you need to do is not forget about that person, but put them back into the rotation of a contact list so you know that you need to follow up with them maybe the next month or the next month. Never, never, never forget anyone, because what are we here for? Everyone matters. So today's assignment. Remember that the follow-ups that you have, it's not because you're spamming. It's not because you're annoying. It's not because you're nagging. It's because you care. It's because you have prestige customer service. It's because everyone matters. And you want to follow up with everyone because this month might be their month. So what I want you to do today is I want you to post, again, a public invite. The same invite, it could be a different graphic, different content, and post another invitation today. Sundays are a great day for invites, okay? Post an invitation. Then step 2 is a lot of legwork. That's where your elbows have to get greasy. That's where you really have to put in the grunt work. This should be the majority of your time. You need to privately follow up with every person that you invited this month, last month, and the month before. Every person that you have ever invited in the past 3 months, you need to go back and invite them today. That's a lot. You're probably like, I ain't got time for that. Well, you know what? This is a 7-day revive group, and we wanted you to help 3 people in these 7 days. And did you draw a line in the sand? Are you going to do it? So go back, follow up with every single person you've ever invited in the past 3 months. What I want you to post below is a picture of the public invite you did, and also tell us the number of people that you followed up with today, reminding them of the invitation to start your challenge group or coach training. You have to be diligent in this, and trust me, the seeds that you're planting, they're going to grow when you water them and when you go check on the harvest. Don't forget about these people that you care about. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope they made sense. Think about your little tomatoes. Until they're ready, you got to keep on asking them. Okay.